class, you need to know how to distribute. So I want to help you simplify, not solve. So glad I said the word solve, because I want you to know that this is not solving. We're not solving yet. We are simplifying. And what are we simplifying? These are called algebraic expressions. Now, these expressions need to be put together. Take the different pieces from the different parts of the expression and bring it on in, make it smaller. The first thing you have to do is learn to distribute. And distribute means take the number in front of the parentheses and multiply it to everything inside of the parentheses. So, since I have two things inside of this parentheses, I'm going to have two things that are right. 7 times x is 7x. 7 times 2 is 14. Now, does the 7 go to the negative 4? No, because it is not in the parentheses. So now we ask ourselves, do you see any like terms that you need to combine? And I see them here and here. So what is 14 minus 4? It is 10. And if you need to practice, come over here and draw 14 plus signs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then write 4 negatives. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Cancel, 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 cancel. And you should have 10 plus signs left. So 7x, 7x 10? Well, since I have to write the 10 behind something, and I know it was positive, I have to put a plus sign. Let's do the next one. Negative 3 needs to be multiplied to m, which also needs to be multiplied to negative 4. And how do I know that? That becomes plus a negative. And so this is negative 3m. A negative times a negative is a, and this is what we're going to use to remember that. A negative times a negative is a positive. So negative times a negative is a positive. That means plus 12. Now, how did I do that? Since there are two things inside the parentheses, I need to write two things under the parentheses. And so this times this gives me him. How and why? Whenever you see a number with no letter in front, there is a 1 there. So that is negative 3 times 1, which is negative 3, and the m comes along for the drive, or for the ride. Now, does this negative 3 go over to this, negative 2? No, because this is not in parentheses. Now, minus 2m becomes plus a negative. So I need to bring down plus a negative 2m. Now we combine like terms. So I have negative 2m, negative 3m. So 1, 2, 3 negatives, 1, 2 negatives. I have 5 negatives, and we're talking about the m family. Do I come and make this 7 or try to make it 17? Do I make this 17 or try to make it something else? No. This is the final answer. This is the final answer. You stop. And why do you stop? You stop because this is not in the same family as this. This is the m family. There's no m, so I cannot combine it. Number 3. Let's do negative times 3. Okay, negative 2 times 4, so minus, or negative 6k. Uh-oh. Do I write a plus sign here? Do I write a negative sign here? What is going on? Well, this is a negative times a positive. So a negative times a positive is a negative, and that's how this works. So I need to write plus a negative 2 minus 6k. Now, this matches, they're in the same family, so 6 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 6 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many negatives do I have in all? 12 negatives. And bring down my minus 2. What? What do you mean minus 2? Well, remember, plus and negative came from being minus first. Yes, it did. And how do I know? Because this was minus 4 at first, and then what did we change it to? Plus a negative. Next question. Do I do 7 plus 3 first? No, we do not. We take the 3, because that is what touches the parentheses. And we multiply it to 2. So that is 6x. We take this and multiply it to 6 minus 18. This 3 only affects these 2 inside the parentheses. Now we bring everything else down. Bring down the plus sign because 6 is positive. Positive 3 times positive 2 gave me a positive 6. We combine like terms. The x family plus a negative. 6 is going to be plus, 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 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 3 is going to be 1, 2, 3. Cancel, cancel, cancel. And that's going to be positive 3x. Now, let's do the family of constants. They don't have a letter on them. So, plus a negative. So I need 18 negatives and 7 plus signs because 7 is positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 7 plus signs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cancel, 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 cancel. What do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 negatives. So, minus 10. Or, could you write plus a negative? Yes, this one or 3x minus 10 is correct. Now, which one do you think algebra teachers want to see? This one. Okay, let's do number 5. Negative 2 times a positive 2. A negative times a positive is a negative. So negative 4p. Then we do negative times, well, that's plus a negative, right? And then negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. Minus 6p minus 3. 6 negatives, 4 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 10 negatives, negative 10p. Now we do the constants. And that can be plus a negative. So I need 3 negatives and then 8 positives. So hopefully you started to see that this is really just take away 3 from 8, which would be a positive 5. And this is my final answer. So here's the answer to number 5. Here's the answer to number 4. Here's the answer to number 1, number 3, and number 2. I want to jump down and do number 9 because when people see this one, they have a problem with what to distribute. And there is a missing 1 here. Okay? So what you have to do, whenever there's a minus sign, but you don't see a number there, in front of the parentheses, make sure you put in a 1. So now we're going to do negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. Negative 1 times, make that plus a negative. Negative 1 times negative 4. Here, let's use this. A negative 1 times a negative 4 is a positive 4. So, plus 4. Now we bring everything else down. And what do we do at this point? Combine like terms. So we have 3x's. Take 2x's away. That leaves you with 1. So now what is a positive 1 minus 6? So 1 plus sign and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negatives. Cancel. You have 5 negatives left, and we're talking about the x family. So you did those 3, and bring this down. And that is your final answer. You cannot combine those. And I'd like to do one more like that, because you can do number 15 by yourself and number 13 by yourself with putting in the 1. So on number, what number did I say I was going to do again? Okay, number 11. So I have to put in the 1. Where do I put it? Do I put it here? Of course not. There's a number there. I put it here. But why do I put it here? Because there is a parentheses and there's no number there, so I don't know what to distribute. Because remember, distribution is taking the number that touches the parentheses and multiplying it to everything inside those parentheses. So negative 1 times this is negative 2m. Negative 1 times a plus 5 is going to be, well, let's use our triangle, plus, minus, minus. A negative times a positive, negative times a positive is a negative. So that is negative 5 minus 4m. And 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So some people are going to want to write 0m. And for those that say, I missed that, can you show me that again? Okay. 6 plus signs. Okay, 6 plus signs. 2 negative signs. 4 more negative signs, because that would be plus a negative, right? Cancel, 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 cancel. And what did you have there? All gone. So you can either write this or don't write it at all. But I choose to write it. Now, we know that a number next to a letter is multiplication. So what is 0 times anything? It's 0. So you don't have to write it at all. The answer to that problem is just negative 5. So when you come to class, you should be doing 6, 7, and 8, number 10, number 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And you'll get an hour and a half, maybe an hour, 20 minutes, depending on how long it takes to take attendance, and get the class started, or quizzes, bell ringers. You should be able to get those done in that time. Thank you for watching. See you in class.